Good morning. Thank you so much for being here today. My name's Stacy Peterson with the City of Peoria. We thank all of you for taking time out of your day to acknowledge this wonderful groundbreaking that's going to happen in this area of town. I'm going to have Mayor Artis introduce the elected officials in the audience and welcome us all to this fantastic event for Peoria GreenSplash.
Thanks, Stacy.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Stacy. Good morning, everybody. As far as elected officials here, I see the sheriff, Sheriff Asbell, is out here. Are there any other elected officials? Raise your hand besides the ones up in front. We have large council member Sid Ruckriegel is here, and of course, First District Council Member Denise Moore, and we're residing in Councilman Moore's district, so we're glad to have them here too. As I was sitting in the sun waiting to start this, I was kind of wishing that this thing was already built because I might have jumped in there. But we're all here this morning to really celebrate this announcement that Illinois American Water Company is making a nice investment in this part of our community. Other speakers are going to go into a lot more detail. My position is basically just to welcome everybody here. But as we sit in here, just the first day of June, and we've already had a couple of really hot weeks. Looks like it's going to be one of those scorching Midwest summers. And when you look at all of the kids that live in this neighborhood and in this area that don't have a water amenity to be able to cool off with in the summer, I'm not sure if they could have picked a better location for this water amenity in our community. So on behalf of the city, and Councilman Moore can certainly speak specifically for the district, but I know that this could not have been placed in a better location serving a better part of our community that is underserved when it comes to having an outdoor water amenity like this. So thank you very much to Roger Goodson and all the folks at Illinois American Water who made this possible for us. At this time, I'd like to introduce and welcome the First District Councilperson, Denise Moore.
Good morning. Isn't it a beautiful morning? And we arranged for no rain for you, not walking in the mud or anything like that. Thank you for being out here, and I'm going to be brief because you are standing in the sun after all, getting your vitamin D. More than a year ago, I was approached by Roger from Illinois American Water about his desire to see a water feature here on the south side of Peoria. And as the mayor indicated, those are few and far between this type, are few and far between on this part of town. And so for more than a year, we've been looking at locations and trying to come to some agreement as to where it's going to be and who's going to maintain it and all that kind of good stuff. And we finally hammered something out. And what you see coming as rendered here is going to really add value not only to Peoria, but specifically to the 61605 zip code. And the folks here on the PHA property cannot be more excited. What I'm fearing will happen, you will have more than PHA residents here. You will have folks from all over. I will be over here with my grandson because this is something that will be so much appreciated once it's up and operational. So I want to thank Roger for all he's done. This is not the first opportunity that Illinois American Water has taken to add value to this zip code, to this district, and I hope that will continue. And at this point, I'd like to introduce you to the individual who's making all this happen. Please help me welcome Roger Goodson, Senior Manager.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Councilwoman Moore. Thank you, everyone, for coming out here today. Wow, isn't this exciting? This is awesome. This is going to be a great addition to the city of Peoria. Illinois American Water is excited to allow visitors and residents of Peoria to be able to come here and play and enjoy and learn about water, because it's not just playing in the water, it's going to be educational also. I want to thank our company leadership actually for their support of our local team and for choosing our district here for a American Water Charitable Foundation grant and a Building Better Communities project. We're especially excited about the opportunity to put some sweat equity into this project. There's going to be a volunteer day in early July to be able to plant some native flowers and some other things, and that allows us because you don't need more water, and it helps prevent stormwater runoff, which we know in this area is very important. In addition, our skilled union employees will be installing the infrastructure to provide the water to the Peoria GreenSplash here. We believe that every child deserves an opportunity to play and have fun, and this splash park will help fulfill that need. Our employees are the best of the best. I may be a little biased there, but I know they are. They're committed to providing excellent water service and contributing to the betterment of the communities that they live in. Many of them volunteer at community events and grow up, and many of them grew up and they still live here in Peoria. We're proud of Peoria and the service that we provide to our friends and families and neighbors here. Tony Richards, Illinois American Water's loss control manager, he's one of those. He grew up in Peoria, and he's one of those that continually gives back to the community. Tony's going to provide some comments on behalf of American Water's Charitable Foundation for us. So I'd like to introduce Tony Richards.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate that introduction. As Roger said, I am the loss prevention manager for Illinois American Water. Another role that I get to hold is I'm a brand ambassador for this company. That's one of those things that's special to me because, as Roger said, I'm a native of this great town. I'm very familiar with the south side of Peoria, and it's extremely awesome that I get a chance to come out and be a part of this and to be a part of giving back. Just a little personal note about me. My grandfather, very special person to me, God rest his soul. He was a very inspirational person in my life, and one of the things, he was a very involved businessman in the city of Peoria. Numerous businesses in the south side of Peoria here. One was the NRPA shop, a little bit on Sheridan at the time. It's now Richard Pryor Boulevard, or Richard Pryor Place, excuse me. Also was the owner of the Alligator Grill and Lounge just right over here on Walnut. In addition to that, him along with Eddie Gaines were the first two African-American firefighters in the city of Peoria. So I've got a long history here, a lot. Thank you, I appreciate that. A long history here, a lot to be proud of, and some of the other work that he did is he worked alongside Larry Ivory to help get the Illinois Black Chamber of Commerce off the ground here in Peoria. And at around 13 years old, I can remember him taking me to meetings with him, and one of the things that just completely jumped off the page to me and sticks with me to this day is the importance of giving back to your community. And especially the community that you came from. Like I said, my family came from the south side of Peoria, so for me to be able to come out and be a part of this is absolutely awesome. I just want to thank Illinois American Water for allowing me to be a part of such a great company, but also the American Water Charitable Foundation, because they're truly the ones that help get this started here. In addition to that, I'd like to point out just the fact that, like we said, I mean, on a hot day like today when we're all out here, this is going to be beautiful, because I can remember what this neighborhood used to look like, and if you look at this now, I mean, it's awesome to come down here. This is absolutely beautiful if you take a look, and this is just only going to add to that. And so I'm just extremely excited for all the young kids. Now they've got a nice place to come cool off, and like Roger said, not just play in the water, but to get a chance to learn about the environment as well. But it's the other thing that's extremely awesome, it's in their neighborhood. They don't have to go clear across town like it is a lot of the times. They get to stay in their neighborhoods and be proud of what they're doing. So, and in closing, I'll say the community involvement is so important to me, because if you can see the pride coming from me, I'm extremely proud of my family. I'm extremely proud of this city. But the young kids that'll get a chance to come out here when this is completed, they'll get a chance to get that pride as well, and they will be. And I'll challenge every one of them to be just like me. I want to see one of them up here at another groundbreaking at another part of the south side of Peoria. So thank you guys. I appreciate you coming out, and thank you again for everybody that's been involved in this wonderful project. So with that, I'll turn it over to the PHA and Jackie Newman.
Good morning, everyone. I am honored, as they said, I'm Jackie Newman, and I'm currently serving as the CEO at Peoria Housing Authority. I'm honored to be able to stand in this spot. However, the spotlight really should be on Peoria Housing Authority staff, because I'm the new kid on the block. So if Teresa Schweitzer, if you could please wave your hand, she's over here. And then the other Peoria Housing Authority staff, if you could please wave your hand as well. I get to stand here, but they, of course, have been the the ones behind what you see here today in terms of working to bring this to fruition. And so while I might be new to this space, I am certainly not new to the affordable housing industry and the importance of bringing this sort of initiative to an underserved community. So I am proud that this is a great opportunity for me to meet many of you, but I'm also proud based on what I've just heard and from what I've had the opportunity to experience over the last few weeks, to be a part of this Peoria community and hopefully to add value to what already is happening in this city, the good work that's already going on. We're just simply here to raise our sleeves and roll up our sleeves and add what we can to what's already happening. So I appreciate the opportunity to make comments this morning. We're grateful for what this will mean for our families here in this development and just in this part of Peoria. So thank you for the collaboration. We appreciate the opportunity, and we look forward to the enhanced value that it will add to our area and specifically to this development. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you all for being here today. And I think that if there's one thing that we can take away from today, it's the fact that nothing good happens in isolation. We've seen that good things happen in partnership, and I think that that's what we're seeing here today. Illinois American Water Company, their foundation, PHA, the city of Peoria, all working together to be able to provide a solution for what really is going to be a fun need for our kids and for our future of Peoria. So I'm just extremely proud to be down here to see the leadership that our first district councilwoman and our mayor and our leadership that you see up here has been able to provide for us today. So can we give them a round of applause for all of their hard work? Thank you.
Sheriff? Hey, Jackie. Of course. Yes, there you go. On your property. Thanks for coming. Teresa. Teresa.
All right, one. Are we ready? Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
All right, now we got volunteers. Start digging it. Towards the end of July.
Toward the end of July, as Roger's saying, there will be a ribbon cutting at the end of July. So come with your flip-flops on, your water wings, those kind of things.
Hot dogs. We'll have
Hot
food.
dogs, food,
Carnival type of food.
all kind of carnival food for you, just like going to the fair. In the meantime, you probably need some cold water. There's some people here who said they're connected to the water company that has provided cold water. Come over and have a treat. Thank you for coming out.